So whether you are on vinyl, you're using digital files, MP3s, turntables, controllers, iPhones, this video is absolutely not for you. What's up, fam? It's your boy Demuir here, purveyor of all sounds underground. Thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel today, where I'll be discussing the topic of how I DJ and organize my record box. And I want to be explicitly clear that that's what this video is about. There's something about the topic of DJing. Whenever we comment or write something about it, it elicits a certain deep inner response that comes out in the form of fire and vigor in any points that are made. So I'm going to be very clear about what this video is covering and the caveats that I'm going to lead into shortly. But before we do that, what I need from you is that SLC, hit subscribe, like, and comment, and more importantly, hit the notifications bell to stay in touch with the new videos that we have up and coming. All right, so let's just jump right into things on the caveats of this video. First and foremost, this video is not about the equipment or medium that you use or media that you use to be able to DJ. So whether you are on vinyl, you're using digital files, MP3s, turntables, controllers, iPhones, I don't give a shit. I'm not covering that, and I really don't care about what medium people choose to DJ. And there's a whole slew of reasons for that. I might cover another video on that topic, but this is not what this video is covering. And B, the other caveat here is if you think you're DJing when you have someone programming your sets and all you do is show up and press play and then throw your hands in the air and pretend like you're twisting knobs on the deck and actually affecting something and actually doing things, then this video is absolutely not for you. I don't even care if there are certain DJs in a DJ Mag top 10 or whatever the hell it is that actually do this stuff and you think it's relevant. This video is not for you if you want to go there. Peace. And lastly, this video is not about who is the best DJ. So if I happen to mention or make references to other DJs that I like or underscore a certain point that I'm making in this video as to why I do the things that I do, it doesn't necessarily mean that I think they are the best thing that's happened to the art of DJing since the beginning of time. So this video is not about that piece. All right, so let's just jump right into things. When I think about my approach to DJing and what I ultimately do in Rekordbox and leveraging the Pioneer technology, you have to think about what type of DJ you want to be. And for me, I already created a video about this probably, I want to say about 1.5 years ago, where I was just acknowledging that there are certain advantages in being able to DJ and have the skill set of production and actually saying that you do need it to have some presence in this industry. Really and truly, I'm that type of DJ that sees both of the skill sets complementing one another. I see the DJing process as a creative one, not only an ability to push forward a message to people in that particular moment in time, but I also see it as an opportunity to inspire future productions or music that I will make and inspire others in the same breath. So that's the type of DJ that I am or aspire to be. And point number 2, as a result of point number 1, I organize things based on a feeling. So it's mainly playlists, and I'll show a screen capture of what that looks like in my record box, but it'll be things like dope Vox, dope vocal folder, techno vocals, that sort of thing, and then a specific a cappella folder, jack-in, whatever, tech house, techno. I just want to be able to identify what will elicit a certain feeling. I'm not really stuck on, oh, this is 90s classic house folder, simply because I don't tend to play a lot of classics, but I do want to have them available. So I'm that type of person that wants to be able to say, all right, in this moment, what sort of feeling am I going for? What is the audience giving to me? Or what do I want to do in terms of taking them to a certain place? But it's all based on a feeling. So as a result of that, I organize my playlist as such. And point number 3, just based on how I DJ and looking at a feeling, I like to have everything available to me. So I just like to know that I have the access to just move to something very quickly. And in order to do that, you need to organize things. So like I was saying earlier, if I want to find a Diana Ross a cappella, I know it's going to be in this particular playlist. And sometimes I'll take that a cappella playlist and just isolate it to the last deck. And it's only because that's how I DJ. It's what I do here in the studio. I like to go to that deck and say, okay, this is where the a cappella stuff is. However, it also allows me the flexibility. If I only have like 2 decks to work with, I can easily find that folder, jump into the a cappella that I want to play over the beat that's playing, get out of it, and then go to another folder and find a particular, type of beat or feeling that I want to elicit in the next transition going forward. And point number 4, given the amount of promos that I get, and it only continues to increase, I like to be able to find the new stuff quickly. So I will literally have folders that say new jacket, new tech house, or whatever. And I know if I scroll right to the top or the bottom, depending on how I sorted it on the decks, or whether it's a CDJ 2000 Nexus or 3000, if I sort it in a certain way, I just know, okay, the bottom tracks in this playlist are the new ones. Or if I sort it to the top, it's at the very top, depending on what's going on. So I like to just be able to find things quickly and get at them. And and when it comes to new stuff that I'm really excited about, and I think it's going to work in a particular moment, I want to be able to find it quickly and just jump right in, rather than scrolling through a bunch of files. And and I don't really look at BPMs or keys necessarily anymore, because all that information is on the decks, and you should be able to identify those things quickly in terms of what you see with the BPMs or how it feels. And when it comes to the key, you can tell when you're queuing things up, but the decks literally tell you with a green sort of signal that this key will work with whatever is being played on the decks right now, provided and assuming that all the decks are linked up. And point number 5 is taking constructive chances. And what I mean by this is when I DJ, I like to just try different things. I don't always want to go to the hands in the air, 16, 32 bar breakdown and delay it all the way up, and then boom, the drop comes or whatever. There's times and places for that, but I also think what makes DJing exciting is, for example, taking an old a cappella where you're going to have to ride the pitch, and it might actually clash with the beat sometimes, and it requires you to make some adjustments during the mix, or you haven't tried it before. But that's the whole point, is just try it out. If you have a strong feeling that, that vocal I think will work in this moment, and you're kind of sure about it, just try it out, because you just don't know how it's going to work out. And it doesn't always work out, but that's the beauty and excitement of DJing. When it comes to beat matching as an example, I know the sync button is there for a reason, and a lot of people talk about, oh, you're super lazy if you use it. I prefer not to use the sync button, because I think there's a beauty in the imperfection of some things when you're taking chances in beat matching, certain records, older records or newer ones. Not everything is gridded or quantized to perfection, but the fact that things move, makes it more exciting for me in that moment. I think people could pick up on it. It's very similar to when you're hearing live music versus just a record that's being played on the radio. There's something very organic about beat matching, and if something kind of moves a little bit and you get it back on point, it's fun. And you'll have, like 5 or 10 people in the room who are the DJ critics, standing with their arms folded, waiting for you to fuck up or whatever. But the majority of people aren't those people, and they're looking for you to create certain experiences in the moment that are fun. And selfishly, I want to get ideas out of whatever I'm DJing to and capture those moments into music that I want to make in the future. And if I don't take chances, I miss out on certain opportunities as a result. Okay, so there you have it. I'm going to wrap it up here. I might come back to this topic, especially one of the things I touched on in the caveats, but I hope that's been helpful. I hope the screen capture of my record box has been helpful, and I'm happy to answer any questions or comments, usually within the first 48 hours of posting these videos. DJing for me over time has just become this subjective piece where there's certain fundamentals that I think make the art very beautiful. Unfortunately, we're in a time where, other things get recognized over the skill set. I think a lot of us are paying way, way too much attention to, this person's using a laptop versus this person on vinyl or turntable, because at the end of the day, it's the song selection that matters and the feeling that you're giving to the audience when you're playing. I think it's destructive to award DJs who are playing at 140 BPMs to, 2 or 3 people at the start of the night, as an example, right? I think, warming it up, taking people on a journey, having fun in certain moments in there, and creating those moments by, being very organized and taking chances are what makes sense. And it just makes sense for me. I'm not saying it's the end all and be all, but that's how I DJ. So I hope this has been helpful. Much love and respect to you. Peace.